Imagine if you were me. This 2004 Honda Element that you see here behind me, I bought in January of 2006. I was 24 years old, and now I'm just a few weeks away from turning 38. And this has been the only car I've driven in those 13 years. This has been my car. Just imagine, age 24, that's when I started my career in recruiting, which is basically HR and sales overlap. That's when I started my career. And that's when I got this car, same month actually. And it would still be another year and a half even after that at least before I'd even meet the person who would become my wife. So just imagine, I was single and just starting my career when I got this car at age 24. I've since then obviously gotten married. How long have I been married now? I've been married over 10 and a half years. And I have 2 children, ages 8 and, well, my daughter turns 3 in a couple weeks. Just imagine how much I've changed as a person. Imagine how much of my life is, how I am a different human being from the time I got this vehicle until now. And the reason I bring all this up is because this is a big moment in history, because I actually have just bought a new vehicle, and I will be actually selling this to my parents. It will become their farm truck. I'm sure I'll do another video about that, probably interviewing my mom on that. But yeah, I'm selling this to them. I'm getting a new vehicle, and I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's more fun if I don't tell you right now. But I invite you right now, go ahead and leave a comment. What car do you think that I have? And I say car generically. What vehicle do you think that I am upgrading to? Better yet, maybe I should ask you, what car or what vehicle would the king of corporate drive? If you can correctly answer that, then you can correctly answer what car I will be driving. And if it's funny because people will say, I'm really a fan of your videos. But those people are they've only watched a couple of my videos, they're not fans. If you're a real fan, you'll probably get the answer right. I've talked about it many times. I've talked about, here's my dream vehicle. If I could afford it, if I could obtain it, this is what I would get. Well, that's what I got, and it's gonna be awesome. And I have a feeling that if all goes the way I want it to, I can make this channel more about things like that, more about American masculine identity. I think that's important. I think that's ultimately my role here. I feel that I'm mentoring younger men, ultimately as a masculine American man, and we need to talk about that and celebrate that concept more than anything, instead of just focusing on one particular concept of that. We need to be looking at the whole picture, and I think my vehicle that I've just purchased is going to really help us do that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about it, and so go ahead, take your best shot, see what you can leave in the comments there of what you think. I have now purchased a new vehicle. And let's make things fun here. What I'm gonna do is, I will not release a new video on my channel. This is it until I hit 7,000 subscribers. I've already created, there's a certain celebration video that I've created for my 7,000 subscribers to celebrate that. And once you see that I've published that, signifying that I've officially got my 7,000 subscribers, the very next video following that will be the one where I feature what my new vehicle is going to be. So I think it's pretty cool. So again, and we're just a couple of dozen people away from getting 7,000. So it shouldn't take that long for you to be able to see what my new vehicle is. Remember, once I hit 7,000 subscribers, I release my edited 7,000 video celebration. So when you see that video appear, you'll know that the very next one, I'm going to be revealing what my dream vehicle has been for probably at least a decade, that I've been talking about very openly this whole time. and you'll get to see it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing lots of videos about it. It's going to be great. So go ahead and predict in the comments. And yeah, so just once we get a couple more dozen subscribers, we'll hit 7,000. I'll release that video, the 7,000 celebration, which is a special edited video I've made for everybody. And then next one will be the video where I reveal. It's going to be great. But just imagine that you're me though. You were in your, mid-20s when you got this car as a single guy, just starting your career. Single guy, right? And still letting other people control my emotions and all that silly stuff. I have since then truly became a man. And I'm now gonna be pushing 40. I'm turning 38, which is pretty cool because this vehicle is gonna be coinciding with my 38th birthday. Imagine how much I've changed. And it's funny because I feel that when you look at this Honda Element, I feel that this is a true representation of who I was in that part of my life. And I feel that with this upgrade, this is more of an extension of who I am now as I've evolved. Not that this isn't who I am. I love this car and there's nothing at all I could say about it. This Honda Element, it's a 2004 Honda Element, 183,000 miles. I've had no mechanical issues with it at all. It runs great, and I'm very happy that it gets to stay in the family and that my parents are gonna buy it from me. That's very exciting. But it feels like if you have a pet dog and it's like 11, 12 years old, been a part of the family for a long time, and you know that this is like kind of the end. I'm not saying this thing's gonna die anytime soon, but I'm just saying it's kind of like an old dog, and it's like you go send it off to live on the farm and just kind of enjoy the rest. Like it kind of feels like that way. But you can imagine if you've been driving the same car for 13 years and so many changes happen in your life, and you evolved as a person, and then you're spending so much time in this thing the whole time, you can imagine, what kind of effect that has. So I admit, I'm sure there is this emotional part of it that I'm saying goodbye to a part of my life and a part of my identity. But again, keeping it in the family, my parents will enjoy having it. So there you go. This is a major milestone for me. It's funny because when I think of milestones in my life, things I'm really needing to accomplish on that Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that pyramid there, paying off the house is going to be epic when that happens. But there was one, and I didn't even think it would happen until after I paid off the house, and I thought that was going to be when I got the vehicle that I am now going to be obtaining. So big reveal coming. 7,000 subscribers must happen first. Then I release the 7,000 subscriber video, and then bam, you're gonna see this thing. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna really probably become part of the theme of this channel from now. I have a vision for this channel that I want to really kind of rebrand and refocus on really what this channel is about. I really just want to celebrate American masculinity. I think that's really what this mentorship is about. I think that's what the focus really probably is going to become. I think in a way we've kind of outgrown what we've been doing here. I think we've pretty much covered the material that can be covered. And I think any new comments for the most part have already been answered in previous videos. I've got, what did I say, over 2,000 videos on this channel about the same thing. So I'm looking for a new direction, but still finding a way to make the content relevant to the people who subscribe and watch my channel to begin with. So we'll see. The free market reigns. It's not about thumbs up or thumbs down in a video. It's ultimately about who would be watching the videos that I'm creating, and can we try something fresh and new, still the same guy, still the same masculine identity, same mentorship program, but focusing on some ways that we all can evolve, and the way that I've evolved in my life, and you can do the same. So this is very exciting for me, and it's so hard for me to not talk more about the vehicle that I got, but it's that much a part of my identity. I think it's important that we understand how our identity works. It's funny because even a vehicle is still an extension of who we are. The more we know who we are as men, the more we can understand what motivates us, what's our ambitions, what's our fears and anxiety. So I think a new vehicle is a very big deal, and I think it really signifies a new chapter and maybe even a reboot of sorts, in the same way that the Avengers is this whole series is kind of coming to an end with Endgame, a decade of this. I think it's time that we take a turn. Now, go ahead and guess what you think my new vehicle is right here in the comments.